Hey everyone, my name's Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West. And earlier today, Ye shouted out Plain Pat. He posted this picture and had a caption down below saying, even though we didn't see this person in the doc, Plain Pat is one of the most important people in my career. He was the first person who worked at Def Jam, who not only saw my potential, but invested his time to ensure our success. He also discovered Kid Cudi, and he invented drums like Swagger Like Us, and the game-changing bleep snare on Say You Will. Which, as soon as you hear bleep snare, you're just like, yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. This person has never lied to me and is the least industry person I know. He is never clouded up. If you can count your real friends on one hand, I only have 4 fingers left, which is such a ringing endorsement, right? Coming from Ye, like just getting into the history. Not only did he believe in me, but as a producer, he's done these amazing things. He's a great person, and I count him as one of my like real friends, which is wow. And then Tyler, the Creator, comes in saying, Plain Pat flew me out to New York back in 2010. Like, that's way early. That's like early Odd Future days, before Tyler's broken, before he's had albums, before he's like Tyler, the Creator. I mean, he was named Tyler, the Creator, but he wasn't popular in the way that he now is. Was my first time out of Cali. Like, what? So it was Plain Pat that had Tyler, for the first time in Tyler's life, out of California, right? Ill experience, and was one of the first people to understand what I was doing. Big love to that man. And you have Annex here posting that Pusha T also put in a story, I like Pat too, which is just so funny to me. It's just like all the like I period, like period, Pat period, two period, unnecessary periods. But it's just like, it feels like such a statement, right? Like, I like Pat too. So it's cool to see Plain Pat getting some love. And we can go here to Plain Pat's Wikipedia, and you can see it's not like built out, right? It's not this dynamic, like huge resume of a Wikipedia page. But when you read through it, it's just like, oh, this man has been so important to like 21st century, like music, popular music. So you can see here, Patrick Reynolds, professionally known as Plain Pat, is an American music executive, record producer, and songwriter, perhaps best known for managing the respective early careers of American musicians Kanye West and Kid Cudi. He is also noted for working with prominent artists such as Drake, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Lupe Fiasco, Ghostface Killah, The Roots, Lloyd, Young Guns, Ashanti, Ludacris, Freeway, Ja Rule, Noriega, the Mutton Birds, among others. It's just like, what a slice of 21st century music, right? Plain Pat is credited with working on several high-profile albums. He has produced on albums such as Thank Me Later, Elements of Freedom, Stronger with Each Tear, 808s and Heartbreak, Man of the Moon 2, The Legend of Mr. Rager, Man of the Moon, The End of Day, A Kid Named Cudi, Graduation, The Life of Pablo, and more. He's also served as an A&R on the following albums: More Fish, Game Theory, Fish Scale, The College Dropout, Southside, Tough Love, Fifi Dobson, Ashanti's Christmas, Chicken Bear, Chapter 2, Philadelphia Freeway, Last Temptation, God's Favorite. I don't know that word. Tykel. Tykel Zero, the prequel, and Phlox, the Best of the Mutton Birds. So you can see here in 2007, Plain Pat mixed and hosted Kanye West mixtape Can't Tell Me Nothing, which is pretty cool. In 2009, Plain Pat, along with fellow record producer Emil Haney and recording artist Kid Cudi, launched the record label Dream On in partnership with Kanye West, Good Music, and Universal Motown. Cudi announced in February 2011, however, that the label has been dissolved. Cudi stated to Complex magazine that they were still on good terms, yada yada. Plain Pat also worked on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. In 2015, he and Cudi reunited with Speeding Bullet to Heaven, which I know Speeding Bullet to Heaven got a lot of flack from people, especially because of some of the skits on there and the length. Isn't it like incredibly long? Wait. 91. Yeah, it's an hour and a half. But I didn't listen to it because so many people were clowning on it. And by the time I finally did listen to it, I was like, I kind of love this. Like, I don't see why it's getting dunked on the way that it was. I thought like, I don't want to say that it's Kid Cudi's Yeezus in that way, but it felt experimental and daring and out of the box in a way that I was just like, this is really cool for Cudi to do. I was excited to see him do a project like that. So I'm a fan of Speeding Bullet to Heaven, and I was happy to see Plain Pat was part of that. And then he also contributed to Life of Pablo as well as Kids See Ghosts. So you being a Kanye fan, I'm guessing because you're watching this channel, means that Plain Pat has had a huge impact on some of your favorite music. So it's just cool to be able to see him shout it out like this and to like give him some shout out to let others that may not know as much about him like learn more about him. So that's why this video is really diving in a little bit, because it's just giving Pat some flowers, which, you know, he doesn't necessarily need flowers from us, right? But in terms of Ye fans just being a little more aware of some of the people that have contributed to your favorite projects over the years, I think it's a good thing to do. So then you can see he's one of the most well-respected producers of all time. Despite having produced a large number of hit records for many top-tier artists, Plain Pat has always kept himself away from the limelight and maintains a very private life. In 2021 interview, American producer Dot DeGenius spoke on Plain Pat. I just have to go on record and say Plain Pat is very elusive, mythical figure in our industry. He's done so many legendary things and his taste level. You want to get Plain Pat to like your music because then you know you got something. And then it jumps, like this was edited today. In February 2022, Kanye posted a photo of Plain Pat's and just saying the exact quote, right? So that was that. And you go to Plain Pat's Instagram, and it's just funny because they talk about like him being such a elusive, mythical figure. And you're like, oh, he has an Instagram. And his Instagram is very like elusive and lends itself to that like mythology, right? It's just a few posts, not a lot of posts. Like, when's this one? January 4th, 2015. So it's like a quick scroll brings you down 7 years. And this is the very bottom one. Yeah, 2014. So not a lot of posts. The most recent being September 16th, 2021. But he actually reacted. He deleted the post. But this made my day. Mad love to Ye. So he just kind of shared the story, and maybe the story went away because Ye cleared out his Instagram, so it's no longer available to be shared. But it was just cool to see Plain Pat kind of react, and you know, everybody show some love to Pat and having it make his day. So what? Ye just this week alone has made Plain Pat's day, Jack Harlow's day, and mine and Travis's day just by posting to Instagram. Very cool week for Ye. So that's it for this video. Until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.